Here's a fact. The websites in India that get the most amount of traffic actually look like they were built back in the 1990s, and that might be a good thing. Why? Because they're not built for form, they're built for function. They're made to survive traffic from 1.4 billion people on cheap Android phones and super slow internet connections. So in India, web design is not really about taste, it's about access. And once you understand the history of web design in India, you'll understand why design that feels ugly in the West is actually super successful here in the East and drives millions of transactions daily. So if you're designing anything for India, you need to watch this video. Let's get started. For most people in India, the internet came pretty late. So if you needed to get online, you went to a cyber cafe and kind of prayed that the power didn't cut. And then came phones, and in 2016, the Geo revolution hit. Suddenly, internet data was almost free. So people who had never been online were now buying cheap Android phones just to get on WhatsApp and use Facebook. So if you were designing a website back then, it had to work on these tiny screens with almost no RAM and really slow internet connection. The only question was, will this even load? And then there was a bigger problem, language. India has thousands of languages and dialects. So the same website that might be accessed by a student in Delhi browsing in English on a mid-range phone will also be served to a tea farmer in Assam who only understands Assamese and has a very slow internet connection. So you need to serve both these audiences. And then you also need to think about infrastructure, which means no high quality images, no slow loading pages, and no fancy transitions. Basically, if your website doesn't load fast, it won't load at all. So when millions of people suddenly came online with the Geo revolution with their cheap phones and nearly free data, websites had to change really fast. And that's how we landed on what people now call ugly design or outdated design. Because when you're designing for slow phones and users who might be online for the very first time, you can't get fancy. You have to use big buttons. You stack everything vertically and you repeat links even if it looks cluttered. You keep the fonts readable even if that kind of messes the layout. So yeah, this website looks really bad, but it works. And that's the trade-off. You can't optimize for aesthetics, you have to optimize for access. And over time, that became the default style for the most important government and educational websites because it's what actually worked for the 99% of Indian users. But I know what you're going to ask. This was all in 2016, 2018. Why do these websites look the same even now, 10 years later in 2025? And the answer is pretty simple. They can't afford to change. When a website is used by a billion people, like the NEET exam portal or the state electricity board, you can't just redesign it every few years. They know which buttons to click. And if you change it, you don't just break the design, you break their muscle memory. But does that mean that Indian web design is basically dead? It's not. In 2025, you have really good looking apps and websites like Swiggy, Zerodha, Cred. They all look amazing. Some Indian companies have really raised the bar on user experience so much that they shine on the global stage. But here's the catch. This level of polish, it only works for the 30 to 40% of Indians living in tier 1 and tier 2 cities who have fast fiber connections, the latest phones, and the money to actually enjoy these facilities. Meanwhile, there is an India 2 and India 3, which makes up almost 60% of India's internet base and has about 800 million active users. Most of them still use cheap Android phones, a slow 4G connection, and prefer to go through content in local languages only. That means that most of India still prefers this outdated functional design from 10 years ago. So here's an interesting thought. Modern websites, modern design is great, and redesigning things is great, but not if you exclude a whole bunch of people. And that's what's happening in India. If you design for India 1 and make things look shiny and glamorous, you exclude almost 800 million people who still need easy to understand layouts. And until internet access is universal, this ugly but functional design is still going to lead the race.